Welcome to Living the Florida Life, the lifestyle show that showcases everything there is to see and do in Southwest Florida. This week, we head out on the waters and into the Gulf of Mexico with Pure Florida as they show us all the ways they can get you on the water, up close with nature, and get your thrill-seeking fix all in one afternoon. We sit down with acclaimed children's author Bennett Hopkins and learn about this amazing writer's story and how he landed in the Guinness Book of World Records for his incredible list of anthologies. We'll go traveling with Tony to his home in Cape Coral, Florida, and sit down with the man whose rhymes and poems continue to inspire writers and delight children. Pro golfer and master PGA instructor Bobby Clampett is back and joins us in his informative segment, Clampett's Corner. On this show, we head to their learning academy to find out how to consistently putt better. And we head out to the Seminole Casino Hotel, where there is certainly more in paradise. We'll take you inside and check out all the destination has to offer, from their great restaurants to their incredible hotel. But first, it's become a signature event in Collier County, and people flock from all over the entire state to attend the annual Naples Stone Crab Festival. The iconic festival is getting ready to hold its 9th annual event this October as the region gets ready to kick off stone crab season. Let's get cracking and get down to the Old Naples waterfront and find out more about this year's event. It's become a Naples tradition for the past 8 years and a signature event in Collier County. Now entering its 9th year, the 2018 Stone Crab Festival is getting ready to return to the historic Old Naples waterfront October 26th through the 28th, 2018. With its roots tied to creating an event that could mark the beginning of not only stone crab season, which begins October 15th, it also celebrates the beginning of season for many Southwest Florida businesses as seasonal residents begin to return to the Sunshine State to enjoy the abundance of sunshine, picturesque beaches, and some of the best culinary cuisine in the entire state. Each year, stone crabbers begin the process of fishing for the Gulf delicacy weeks before the 15th of October by individually prepping each and every trap that will be used during the season. Cleaning, tagging, and loading each trap takes hundreds of hours, with each trap weighing almost 50 pounds. Once those traps are prepped, the crabbers load their boats and spend days dropping them into the waters in hopes of landing some of the tasty crabs in their traps. The life of a stone crabber is certainly one that requires patience and sometimes a little luck. As the founder of Pinchers, Tony Phelan, always says, you can only catch what the good Lord puts in your trap. A mix of good weather, favorable waters to navigate, and plenty of traps in the water can lead to the ultimate bounty of the stone crab. Thanks to having a great fishing fleet and crabbers who are committed to going out every day leading up to the Stone Crab Festival, the Stone Crab Fest allows guests to come down to the Old Naples waterfront in downtown Naples and get their hands on some of the freshest stone crabs. The Stone Crab Festival is once again planning on thousands of hungry patrons to come down to the event and enjoy the delicacy, as well as take in the activities and events over the 3 days.
So the kickoff party is Friday, October 26th, and we're bringing out the dazzling Del Rays, and they're going to come out from 6 to 9 p.m. And that's also when we're going to do the first cracking of the stone crab claw with the mayor. He's going to come out as well. Saturday, we're going to continue on with Gator Nate in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we're going to bring in Mike Ambasciani and his Blues Rockers. And then we're going to end with Josh Cruz and The Experience, which is a new band that we're having out this year. He's got amazing reviews, so really, really excited to have him out there on Saturday night, which is going to be our biggest day, actually. So Sunday morning, we're going to have Matty Jolly out, and then we're going to end it with Ben Allen Band. They're going to come out and play from 2 to 5 p.m., and that's when the event ends, is 5 p.m. on Sunday, October 28th.
The great part of Stone Crab Fest is it's free to attend to catch the bands performing while enjoying a cold craft beer or bucket of fun, along with well over 60 vendors set up between the locations of Tin City and Bayfront. From arts and crafts to kids' activities, there is something for everyone. Not only can you walk around the areas to enjoy the festival, but event partners Naples Princess and Pure Florida will be running amazing cruises throughout the days, along with their unforgettable sunset cruises along the Gordon River. Make sure to mark your calendar and plan on coming down to the 2018 Naples Stone Crab Festival, October 26th through the 28th. Visit the event website at www.stonecrabfestival.com for the full list of events and activities planned. And make sure to get social with the event by sharing your event pics using their Snapchat filter and on Facebook. It's a must-do event in Southwest Florida. Up next, we introduce you to all the ways you can enjoy being on the water here in Southwest Florida with Pure Florida. Southwest Florida, it's time for the original Naples tradition, the 2018 Stone Crab Festival, taking place on the historic Old Naples waterfront October 26th through the 28th. Proudly sponsored by the Seminole Casino Hotel. This free festival is the place to be with great live music all weekend, fantastic craft beers, and of course, plenty of stone crabs. Visit www.stonecrabfestival.com for more information. The 2018 Naples Stone Crab Festival. Get cracking.
This used to be a yacht club in the area. It's an open-air restaurant, as you can see. Edison Ford is right next to us. 250,000 people that go to Edison Ford who have the opportunity to come over here and have lunch. The weather's perfect for being an outdoor restaurant. So God's greatest dining room is Southwest Florida, and come visit. From the boat to the table, you can't fake fresh.
Nestled in the heart of Florida lies a place just off the beaten path, with a fresh twist on coastal casual, where the drinks are colder, the fish is fresher, and the food is tastier. Welcome to Deep Lagoon Seafood, now with happy hour from 11 to 6, with a mouth-watering small plates menu. Deep Lagoon Seafood with locations in Naples at 41 and 104th Ave North, and in Fort Myers at the corner of McGregor Boulevard and A&W Ball Boulevard. For more information and reservations, visit deeplagoon.com. Get away from the everyday at Deep Lagoon Seafood. When visiting Florida, one of the must-dos is to get out and enjoy being on the water. With amazing waterways and places to cruise, Pure Florida offers a variety of ways to get out on the water and are truly the ones to help you seize the day. For a closer look, let's visit Pure Florida.
It's just unbelievably beautiful. The wildlife, the nature, it's one of the 7 wonders in the world, if you ask me.
Southwest Florida is one of the most popular boating destinations in the world. It's not hard to see why. That's why more than 150,000 people each year choose to climb aboard for a water adventure with Naples-based Pure Florida.
Our motto is a little bit of something for everyone. If you want the nice kind of luxurious, easygoing cruise, we have the Double Sunshine here in Naples. We also have the Edison Explorer up in Fort Myers, which ties in with Edison Ford Winter Estates and some history about Thomas Edison and Henry Ford, who explored the area. Taking it up that next level, if you're adventurous, we have fishing boats, deep sea fishing, backwater fishing. If you want to go catch fish, we know how to do that for you well. Jet skis for the adventurous thrill seeker who wants to go out by themselves. You have boat rentals for the leisurely tour down to Keewatin Island. And then you got the Eco Tour, which is, gets you to Keewatin, but it gets you with a captain if you're not comfortable taking yourself.
The Double Sunshine is the queen of the fleet, a Naples tradition for decades.
Double Sunshine, she's a Naples icon. Between the boat before her under the same name, the one now, it's been plying these waters for over 30 years. We service about 100,000 people annually, and it really is one of the must-do things of Southwest Florida. It's a well-balanced trip. You see dolphins, wildlife. We go into Port Royal, see all the beautiful homes, all kinds of neat stuff, and it's probably the best way to see a sunset in Southwest Florida this summer. Typically, we have sightseeing cruises at 10, 12, 2, and 4. It's an hour and a half. And then the sunset cruise, which varies based on the time of year, which is my personal favorite. We have fun. We try and keep it a little lighthearted, fill it with some facts, and really just keep it casual.
How about a trip to a tropical, nearly deserted island? Keewatin Island is a true Florida paradise.
Well, the most beautiful things in Southwest Florida is by the water. We got a bunch of different ways to get out there, get to Keewatin Island, go to the beach there. The only way to get there is by boat. Get up close and personal with the wildlife. We have jet ski rentals, boat rentals. We got an eco tour that takes you down there that spends about 45 minutes at the beach to do some shelling. We have master naturalists on board, so they can tell you all about the wildlife. And on that trip, we actively go searching for dolphins. A great way to find dolphins in Southwest Florida.
And if you're looking for something wild, for the more adventurous, take a spin, literally, on Pure Florida's jet boat.
It's like a roller coaster on the water, except you got a captain driving the boat. who's been thoroughly trained. It's a custom-built New Zealand-style jet boat. I'm from New Zealand originally. Goes out there around 35 miles an hour. We do spins and thrills and get soaked and wet. And again, the captain's a naturalist on those boats as well, so if we see things while we're out there, such as dolphins and bald eagles and ospreys and any other wildlife, they're going to tell you about it, as well as the northernmost 10,000 islands. It's one of the most beautiful ecosystems in the world, one of the largest mangrove forests in the world, so I get to learn a little bit about that as well.
Harry and his team hope a trip with Pure Florida is pure fun.
We keep everything lighthearted, we keep it fun and safe, and our goal is to get everyone out on the water. You can't beat a day out on the water, if you ask me. There's nothing better. And really, we try and leave with everyone the importance as well of what we have here and how special it is, and kind of expose everyone to why we need to preserve it and look after it, and hopefully they come out with something more than just, hey, we had a great time, but they learn something as well about what we have, why it's so special, and why we need to preserve it.
Lee Bennett Hopkins is one of America's most prolific anthologists of poetry for young people. The compiler of numerous children's verse collections and poetry, Hopkins stated in Instructor magazine, should come to children as naturally as breathing, for nothing, no thing, can ring and rage through hearts and minds as does this genre of literature. On this edition of Traveling with Tony, we sit down with Lee Bennett Hopkins. His words have danced off pages and delighted the ears of children for over 50 years, and he's fostered a love of poetry in hundreds of classrooms around the world. Acclaimed writer Lee Bennett Hopkins is a true treasure that now calls the Sunshine State home, where he lives with his partner Charles. It's not hard to find yourself at ease sitting with him, with his contagious laugh and vivid recollection of his life stories. We had the chance to visit his spectacular home, walk his gardens, admire his collection of art, and sit down to talk about his life, his work, and his legacy, having turned 80 this year. Born in Scranton, Pennsylvania in 1938, Hopkins grew up in a poor but close family. The oldest child in the family, Hopkins had to help out with the family finances, often missing school so he could work. Though the family was able to get on its feet again and rent a basement apartment, relations soon deteriorated between Hopkins' parents, leading to separation. The circumstances of his youth would later play a prominent part in his fiction writing for young adults.
I had been working on a professional book with Scholastic magazines, and they hired me, and that's how I started writing.
His call to poetry came naturally, and he knew the method to deliver messages that could stay with the reader would be best remembered through verse.
I started my career as a sixth grade teacher. I found that poetry worked with all levels, particularly children who could not read well. Vocabulary is usually simple. And I always maintain that more can be said or felt in 8 or 10 lines than sometimes an entire novel can. And it's poignant, and it's brief, and it has a lot of punch.
Just talking about his first published book entitled Don't You Turn Back brings pure joy to his face and even more emotion as he reminisces about its meaning, including one of his favorite poems by poet Langston Hughes.
But this poem again is 8 lines, and it says everything I want children to hear. It's called Dreams.
Hopkins' influences were vast, but certain writers' words resonated with him as he started out.
I was influenced by poets who talked to me like Langston Hughes, Carl Sandburg, Walt Whitman, who were actually, I maintain, were poets of the people. They wrote about people like me, the average person. A good friend of mine was Dr. Seuss. We were very close. P.L. Travers, who wrote Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews, the actress Beverly Cleary, Roald Dahl. These became Shel Silverstein. These became good friends of mine throughout my life.
And the mutual admiration of work and respect among his peers can be seen in the very personal notes written in signed copies of some of those authors, like Shel Silverstein and Dr. Seuss, whose signed books rest on the bookshelves in his office. It's here where he still writes, with works completed and scheduled for publishing through 2021. And the process for him remains the same today, with the addition of a computer.
I like to draft pencil and paper. I'm doing more on the computer now than ever, but I like the feeling of pencil on paper. And then I transfer it to the screen, and then I edit it on the computer.
The influence that Hopkins has had on other poets and writers is immense, with hundreds of writers having gotten their big break or start in one of his many anthologies. His body of work is so vast that he's in the Guinness Book of World Records, recognized as the world's most prolific anthologist of poetry for children. Fellow poets and writers can be found in numerous videos online,
My name is Alan Wolf, and I love Lee Bennett Hopkins.
singing their praise for the man whose awards include induction into the Florida Artists Hall of Fame in 2017 and being awarded many others. But even with all his achievements and accolades, there is still one thing that trumps all of those.
The best award is a letter from a child telling them that they read your book.
You still get those?
Oh my God, yes. Many, many, many.
That's awesome.
It's marvelous.
As he continues to write and collect other great poetry to create anthologies, Lee Bennett Hopkins remains passionate about keeping his craft relevant and inspiring future generations. And the words from one of his signature poems sums up the greatness of this humble man and the greatness of his way with words.
It's called Good Books, Good Times. Good books, good times, good stories, good rhymes, good beginnings, good end, good people, good friends, good fiction, good fact, good adventures, good acts, good stories, good rhymes, good books, good times. It's interesting, it's 32 words and 16 of them are good.
Pro golfer and master PGA instructor Bobby Clampett joins us next in Clampett's Corner with a tip to better putting.
You know where to find me?
Cat Country 107.1.
It's your favorite radio station.
It's the way I get to you.
Nothing like a great song.
And there's nothing like country music.
Kicking off the workday with a commercial-free 60-minute Cat Jam.
First thing in the morning
And last thing at night.
Starting your day with the Bobby Bone Show.
The best songs. The biggest artists.
All in one place.
Cat Country 107.1.
We'll see you there.
Nestled in the heart of Florida lies a place just off the beaten path, with a fresh twist on coastal casual, where the drinks are colder, the fish is fresher, and the food is tastier. Welcome to Deep Lagoon Seafood, now with happy hour from 11 to 6, with a mouth-watering small plates menu. Deep Lagoon Seafood with locations in Naples at 41 and 104th Ave North, and in Fort Myers at the corner of McGregor Boulevard and A&W Ball Boulevard. For more information and reservations, visit deeplagoon.com. Get away from the everyday at Deep Lagoon Seafood. On this edition of Clampett's Corner, pro golfer and master PGA instructor Bobby Clampett is back as we figure out the way to putt with more consistency at his learning academy.
Welcome to Clampett's Corner, and this week's question comes in from Seth, who's struggling with his putting. He says he's pulling a lot of putts, or at least the ball is missing a hole to the left. So in order to determine exactly what's causing this, we've come to our putt lab here at Impact Zone Golf's World Headquarters, and using the technology called SandPutt to identify what specifically is going on with Seth's putting to determine how to fix his pulling problem. It may be he's pulling the ball by aiming left, or it may be that his stroke is such that it's causing the club face to close down, which is sending the ball left of his particular aim. In order to determine this, we're going to use the SandPutt technology to verify exactly where Seth is aimed and also verify whether the club face is doing the right thing through impact. So let's go over to use SandPutt now. So using the sand putt technology, I'm going to hit a putt and we're going to determine why the ball is starting to the left or being pulled. And we're going to use this technology to determine whether it was my aim or my stroke and how to fix it. Okay? So I'm going to putt there to the hole and close. And the ball went to the left. So let's use sand putt and determine, was it my aim? Was it my face at impact? What happened in my stroke that caused the ball to go to the left? So as we go to sand putt, we can actually tell that my aiming is really good. My club face was open 0.1 degrees, hardly anything, giving me a score of 100%. And that's fantastic. So my aim was good. When I look at where the club face was at impact, clearly I can see that's what's happening. The face closed down 3.5 degrees, sending the ball 3.7 degrees left. Why did it go even more left than the club face? That's because the path was even out to in as well. So how do we fix this? Let's go over here to the putting arc and get my stroke to line up so that my path and face line up with each other, since my aim is good, and that'll get the job done. So when using the putting arc, what I'm going to do is assume my setup position. Using this yellow line here represents the golf ball, and I'm going to put the putter right behind the golf ball. And now I'm going to make my stroke and keeping the putter right on that arc all the way through. Now that already feels very different than the stroke I was making with the ball. I could tell that my stroke through the ball wanted to go to the left over here, and this putting arc isn't letting me go there. So it's helping me to train my stroke to go straight down the line and not out to in. The other thing I'm finding out is that my left wrist, to keep the putter there, has to stay flat. If I buckle my left wrist, the putter's going to go to the left. So keeping the wrist flat keeps the face square and keeps the path going down the line. So I'm going to implement that feel, and I'm going to go back now to the sand putt using that same feel and see if that doesn't fix the problem. So now I'm going to implement the feel that I created when using the putting arc and see if that improves my putting. Perfect. So let's take a look at what was happening here using the sand putt. So my face at impact was absolutely 0. That's perfect. My aim was ever so slightly open, so it wasn't absolutely perfect. It was really close to perfect, and it certainly improved my getting the ball started on line. So whenever you want to improve your putting, line is an important part of being a good putter. If you don't get the ball started on the intended line, chances are you're not going to make the putt unless it's a mistake in how you read the putt. So learning how to get the ball started on line is a function of your ability to aim. It's also a function of your ability to return the putter face square at impact. So using this kind of technology can be vital to improving your putting. Thanks for joining us on Clampett's Corner. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Coming up, we head out to the Seminole Casino Hotel and see everything that the destination has to offer. From amazing culinary dishes to their first-class hotel, we know there is more in paradise that awaits. Nestled in the heart of Florida lies a place just off the beaten path, with a fresh twist on coastal casual, where the drinks are colder, the fish is fresher, and the food is tastier. Welcome to Deep Lagoon Seafood, now with happy hour from 11 to 6, with a mouth-watering small plates menu. Deep Lagoon Seafood, with locations in Naples at 41 and 104th Ave North, and in Fort Myers at the corner of McGregor Boulevard and A&W Balt Boulevard. For more information and reservations, visit deeplagoon.com. Get away from the everyday at Deep Lagoon Seafood. Southwest Florida, it's time for the original Naples tradition, the 2018 Stone Crab Festival, taking place on the historic Old Naples waterfront October 26th through the 28th. Proudly sponsored by the Seminole Casino Hotel. This free festival is the place to be, with great live music all weekend, fantastic craft beers, and of course, plenty of stone crabs. Visit www.stonecrabfestival.com for more information. The 2018 Naples Stone Crab Festival. Get cracking. Southwest Florida is home to great dining, nightlife, and amazing accommodations. and one place has it all under one roof. The Seminole Casino Hotel is truly the place to go and truly has more in paradise. Let's head out and explore the Seminole Casino Hotel. It's a vacation destination like no other. Seminole Casino Hotel is where you can play and stay in paradise. It's comfort and convenience wrapped up in one place where you can win and win big. Let's start out at the Zigzag Lounge, where the party never ends. And it's the only lounge where you can find nightly entertainment and a 103-inch TV screen at the bar. And of course, it's home to the Zigzag Girls. You can always try your hand in the high limit room or check out some of the new slot machines on the casino floor. There are so many different ways to win during your visit, and if all this winning is making you hungry, check out some of that delicious cuisine you can find just steps away from the casino floor. Like the First Street Deli, they bring a one-of-a-kind style dining with their fresh bread and sandwiches that are bigger than your appetite. It's like stepping into an old-fashioned New York style deli. That's sure to have you coming back for more. Or maybe you're looking for a little Asian infusion. Check out Lucky Me Noodle House. The cuisine is a blend of traditional ingredients with contemporary influences that give you a taste of various Eastern flavors. If you need a pick-me-up, you have to head to Cappuccino's Coffee and Pastry Bar, serving up sweet treats in your favorite cup of joe. But one of the staples of Seminole Casino Hotel is the E2 Lee Key Grill. It's been newly renovated and Chef Ozzy Acosta is excited for the changes. There's crab cakes with charred corn relish and lemon cilantro aioli, surf and turf with filet mignon and lobster tail, or a fresh Greek salad with mixed greens and all the fixings, and save room for dessert with decadent offerings including a chocolate indulgence cake with mousse filling and whipped cream. With new items mixed with classic dishes, the E2 Lee Key Grill is generating quite the buzz from visitors. After all that food and fun, why not book a night or two in the hotel? The Seminole Casino Hotel offers 19 suites and 80 deluxe rooms, equipped with plenty of amenities for your comfort like large-screen HD TV, luxury beds, and complimentary Wi-Fi. It can feel like you're home away from home. So, whether you're looking for great food, luxury stay, or just to have some fun with the table games, you're sure to hit the jackpot of fun every time you step inside Seminole Casino Hotel. That does it for this episode. Join us next time when we take a tour and take in everything there is to enjoy about living the Florida life.